Hello, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I've vlogged, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys that I have a life update, and I'm going to be starting a fun series on my YouTube channel. Basically, I am getting ready to, well, I have actually already signed a contract to buy a house, or a townhouse. And it has been such a process, and I wanted to take the opportunity to share this with you guys and just take you along on this journey and everything that I've learned along the way. It has been quite a couple months. I just signed the contract to build a townhouse in a little community on the west side of Indy, and so I'm just so excited. It has been, like I said, a long kind of journey and process to get to where I am right now, and I kind of want to just walk you guys through it and catch you up to where we are right now. So back in late August, I started to look at houses. And so going into why I decided to make this decision, so I have been living in a one-bedroom apartment by myself for the past 3 years. I moved into this place by myself in 2020, I believe. So this March will be 3 years. And so I've been living in this place by myself, and it has been great. This apartment was really a turning point in my life and myself, and I have learned and grown so much, and that is what I wanted out of my first apartment and place by myself. It was a really turning point time of my life. I had gone from living with my parents to living with an ex-boyfriend slash fiance. That's a whole other story in my life that I haven't really shared. But I was living with him at the time for several years after living with my parents. And so I never lived somewhere by myself. And that is what I wanted when I ended my engagement. That was a big part of my decision. There was a lot of things that added up to why I decided to end that relationship, but one of the big things was that I had never truly been by myself and lived by myself and really figured myself out. The relationship that I was in was very codependent. I felt like I didn't know who I was, and I couldn't figure that out with this person. I needed to be alone, live alone, and really figure myself out. And I knew that that relationship was just not, that was just not it for me. And when I had that realization, I knew I needed to live by myself. So this apartment has meant so much to me, and it was really I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but this apartment was really a gift to myself. I needed this. I needed to live by myself. And anyway, so this apartment is just very special to me. It's my first place by myself. But, you know, renting is throwing your money away, honestly. And over the years, things have gotten more expensive. Rent is really expensive. What I pay, I don't even want to do the math because it would just disgust me, but over the past 3 years, the amount of money I've spent in rent, it's just ridiculous. I could have had so much money saved, and with rent it really just goes nowhere, and I'll never make that money back. So after living here for 3 years, it's been a great place. It's been a great place for me to learn to live alone and all that. But I think I'm ready for the next thing for me, which is owning something and investing and making smarter adult decisions. I've had to figure out a lot in the time being by myself, and I had to really grow up and yeah, learn a lot. So now I'm ready for the next step of being an adult and owning a place, and just making better decisions, like financially and everything. That's something I struggle with and something I need to work on. And so yeah, I wanted to just stop throwing my money away on rent because it's ridiculous. And the amount of money that I spend, I could own a place and make money back from it later and just have something that will benefit me later. So that is why I decided that when my lease is up, I am going to move and buy something. And so going through the process, we started looking at houses in late August, and I will start inserting some clips. I took clips and videos at almost every place that we went and looked at. We were going and looking at houses every weekend, and we were looking at old houses, and my main goal was to live closer to downtown, because right now I live just outside of downtown on the south side, but I want to live closer. I spend all my free time downtown. I am downtown a lot for work and things, so that's where I want to be closer to. So we've been looking at houses all around downtown, and a lot of it in the price range that I can afford is a lot of like old city houses that have been there since the 1900s, that have been like flipped and remodeled. And so we were looking at so many houses every weekend, and a lot of the times it was like you walked into these places and you could just tell immediately that the quality was not there. A lot of times it was like quick flips that, people, that they just did like a quick job flipping these houses to try and make money, or like a lot of things like since COVID, like supply chain and like all that stuff, just like quality has gone down. And so we again spent so many weekends looking at houses, and it was a lot of old houses. And so our thought process was, we're looking at all these old houses, and there's very few and far between where I liked the houses and they were the quality that I wanted, and just I had to have a garage, just a lot of things. It's hard to find what we were really looking for in this like housing market right now, especially. So we took a lot of thinking and like going back and forth, and we almost thought maybe we would start looking at condos, but then I had known about this prior, but I just never thought it was going to be an option for me, just because they're brand new. So now we have signed a contract for a townhouse on the west side, and these are brand new. It's new construction, and that is why, a huge reason why we chose to go with it is because it is brand new. We know it's going to be good quality. We know it's a good investment. With these old houses, you just really don't know what kind of problems may lie underneath until you move in, and it's just like, it's a huge risk. And just there's a lot more problems that could come with having an older house. We were looking at houses where there were like backyards. Me being a young person and still single by myself, I don't have a partner, like it would be a lot for me to manage and maintain by myself. So new construction, a townhouse with an HOA that takes care of everything, warranty, it's brand new, I know it's going to last for a while. the company that is building these townhouses is the company that built my parents' house. So it's a company that we trust. We know they do good work. We know it's quality and everything. So overall, it just made the most sense, and it was the best decision. Long term too, we know there's more value. We know it's a good investment. It's a side of town that is in the process of redeveloping. There's a lot of like projects to make that side of town a lot more desirable. So, you know, in the next like 5-10 years, that area is going to be very different than it is right now. And so the value of this townhouse will go up. And so overall, that was the reason why we made the decision that we made, and it just made the most sense. So we, on November 3rd, I signed the contract officially to have the property that I have, and right now it is still in construction. Right now all they really have is like the structure up, and then soon they're going to be drywalling and doing insulation. But so it's very like early stages, and it's a very cool process that I'm so excited to take you guys along on, just seeing like every step of the build. And then when I'm ready to move in, we'll have moving vlogs, and yeah, it's just a very exciting time in my life right now, and I really didn't know like this would be happening or this would be possible. Like, I love the area that it's in. I've spent a lot of time over there. My favorite coffee shop is literally like right next to where I'm gonna be living. And like I said, I knew about those townhouses even before we like started looking at the houses, because I go over there all the time, but I just didn't think it would be possible for me. And I am just so grateful to my parents, because I really would not be doing this without them. So I'm very grateful for my parents and everything that they are doing to help me and invest in my future, because again, I would not be in this situation without them. So it's very exciting. And so today we went and looked at the models again. We looked at the models like way back in August or early September when we first started looking at places. And so we went back today to look at exactly what my place is going to be. We looked at it, we went to the property itself, and went inside the construction zone that it is right now, and just seeing like just the structure of it, and bare bones right now. And then just we're gonna be going there, checking up on it all the time, so I will be taking you guys along with me, and it'll be so exciting to see. And so today we went in there and just looked at like the layout and everything, and again like the bare bones of it. And the girl there who is helping us with like the closing and everything, she told me to walk through the walls with like the bare bones, because how many people can say they've walked through the walls of their house, like literally, or what is going to become like the walls in this stage of where it's at right now. So it was a really cool moment, and just like it's becoming more real now. Honestly, I still can't really believe that like that is going to be where I'm living next year. And yeah, I'm just so excited, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys and bring you along with me. And yeah, just like kind of share with you guys like the things that I learned along the way, because this is my first time being a home buyer, and it will be, you only are a first time home buyer once. So I'm super excited, and I'm very grateful to have my parents helping me along the way. And yeah, so that is where we're at. And there were so many like houses that I looked at, and there was a few that I liked. There was one we almost like would have made an offer on, and then there was another one that I really fell in love with. The address was Angel Numbers, and I kind of felt like it was meant to be, but I know that this decision that we're making is what is right, and again, what makes the most sense. So those were the things that we learned throughout the process of looking at all the houses and why we came to the decision that we did. So I'm so excited to share, and yeah, we will be on this journey together. So thank you so much, and I will keep you guys updated.